In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to replace a Jeep Wrangler steering gear. This will apply to Wranglers 1997 to 2006. First thing we're going to do is to disconnect the return and the pressure lines. Make sure if you have access to it, this is an 18 millimeter, but use a pipe wrench or a fitting wrench. As you can see, it's got an extra side on it, and it's really heavy duty, and it will prevent you from stripping this out. Because there's a line on here, you can't use the closed end of the wrench, so this allows you to get a perch on it and still break it loose without stripping it. Place a drain pan underneath to catch the oil because you'll be draining the whole reservoir. And also remove the cap from the reservoir, and this will prevent an airlock and help it to drain more quickly. Next, with a 13 millimeter socket, we're going to remove the bolt that secures the upper steering shaft, or the lower steering shaft. Go ahead and remove that all the way. We'll leave this alone here until we remove the 3 bolts holding the steering box to the frame, and then we'll carefully remove that and slide those splines off. Next, we're going to remove the cotter pin from the castle nut on the pitman arm. Use that with a pair of side cutters, and if you're careful with it, you can reuse the pin. Castle nut is removed. Take 2 heavy hammers, rest one on this side and one over here, and shock this. What this will do is it will help break that bond on that tapered seal. Be careful, and don't hit and damage the seal. Once you shock it, it should fall out and be easy to remove just like that. You can also apply a little bit of heat, but be careful not too much because you will melt the seal on the ball joint here. If you do it like just have patience, do it like I showed you, they'll typically always come off. Now, using a 16 millimeter socket, we can remove these 3 bolts that bolt the steering gear to the frame. Now, put your floor jack or something underneath there to try to catch this, because this thing's pretty heavy and it'll fall and it can be damaged. So even if it doesn't reach like this one, that's still fine. At least it gives you a place where you can kind of control the fall and prevent it from hitting the ground. Now, carefully work the box away, and the spline shaft from the lower steering shaft will come right off. Now you can remove the box, and that's it. Replace the box the same way you took it off. Just reverse the order, and this is a job you should be able to do yourself, save yourself lots of money. Once you get your new steering box installed, go ahead and jack the front of the Jeep up, put jack stands under it, start the engine, and add the fluid to the power steering reservoir. Work your steering wheel back and forth. You'll hear some moaning sounds as the system bleeds the air out, and just keep adding and keep on turning until that will naturally kind of bleed itself. And then once that's done and you don't hear any more noise from the steering box or to see a lot of air in the reservoir, then you should be good to go, and that's it.